Hello everyone.
I am R. Sritej. Discuss Shape Final SFM concept Forex chapter, that is called Foreign Exchange Exposure and Risk Management. So before moving ahead to chapter, I will discuss small basic concepts. Then let go to main topic. Okay. Let's see. Foreign exchange. What is foreign exchange? Foreign exchange is a trading of currencies. That means buying or selling of currencies like dollar, rupee, pound. They are over the market between two parties. The trading happens over the market. Over the counter of market means the directly between the party without any mediator, that is broker. So they have contract between two party directly without any intermediator. Okay, so foreign exchange means what you got, that is a trading of currencies. Okay, different currency buying or selling. Okay, let's, what is exchange rate? So exchange rate is a quotation one currency for in terms of one currency for another currency. Like example I given, rupee by dollar. Here is rupee by dollar is equal to 60 rupees. That is that rupee expressing herself in terms of rupees on considering the dollar. What is the value? That is price currency means currency expressed in terms of another currency. That means rupee was expressed in terms of another currencies, that is dollar. In like rupee 1 is equal to 1, but $1 is equal to 60 rupees. That is 60 rupees is equal to in terms of dollar. So in rupee by dollar quote, rupee we call price currency, dollar we call base currency. Base currency means what? Currency against which exchange rate quote. Here rupee or dollar is equal to 60. Rupee is expressing in terms of foreign currency. So rupee is expressing herself against dollar. So dollar is a base currency. Now let's come to discussion direct versus indirect quote. What is direct or indirect quote? Direct quote is one foreign currency equal to how many home currency. That is rupee by dollar is equal to 60. Okay. Here it is a direct quote because one foreign currency, that is $1 is equal to how many home currency, that is how many rupees. In indirect quote, one home currency is equal to how many foreign currency. Like example I given, suppose dollar by rupee is 0.020. So here let's see, one home currency, that is per 1 rupee how many foreign currency, that is 0.20. It is the way of expressing the quote, that is direct quote, indirect quote. In foreign exchange, like in general market, whenever we customer buy from a retail market, that retailer he should buy from a wholesaler, that wholesaler he should buy from a manufacturer, like that. So if exchange rate is divided into wholesale rate, that is between banks rate, retail rate, bank and customer rate. Okay, now wholesale rate is interbank rate, retail rate is bank and customer. In the bank normally quote like rupee, suppose rupee by dollar is equal to 50 or 60. From bank, this 50 is called bid rate, this 60 is called ask rate. What is bid rate? What is ask rate? bid rate means buying, ask rate is selling. So for banker point of view, तो ये quote expressing by bank. So banker point of view, 50 is buying rate, 60 is selling rate. From customer point of view, 60 is buying rate, 50 is selling rate. Of course, whenever I went to a bank, buy a dollar, suppose I am buying a rate, that is rate, buying rate for me, selling rate for bank. So same inverse relationship between the banker's point of view and customer point of view. Let's come to next discussion. Now discuss currency conversion. How the foreign currency convert into Indian currency and Indian currency convert into foreign currency. Let's discuss. Suppose conversion, first case is conversion without bid or ask rate given. So how to convert foreign currency into home currency into foreign currency without given or ask or bid rate. Now let's start. Suppose rate is rupee by dollar is equal to 60. So $1 is equal to 60 rupees. Now I have suppose $500. Suppose now I have $500, so I want to convert into rupees. So what I should do? So $500 convert into rupees. How? $500 into 60 is equal to 30,000. How I get? Let's see. Suppose $1 is equal to 60. Then I have $500. Then how many rupees I will get? Then of course I will get more. That's why 500 into 60 is equal to 30,000 rupees. Like $1 is equal to 60. So 500 is equal to 60 into 500. Okay. Now suppose I have 600 rupees. Convert into dollar. How I convert? So 600 rupees by 60 equal to $10. How I get it? Suppose then, let's see. Suppose I have now rate is suppose 60 rupees equal to $1. Then 1 rupees is equal to 1 by 60. Then 600 rupees is equal to 1 by 60 into 600. So cut, it will cut, then $10. Okay. So in summary, because in exam, if we calculate in this way, then it will take time in exam while doing sums. So we should remember in summary way at what rate we choose. So let's discuss. If base currency amount convert into price currency, example, base currency is what? 500. Yeah, in this case rupee by dollar, dollar is base currency. Okay, I have $500 base currency. If I want to convert base currency amount into price currency, then always multiply. You should remember like this, because in exam we should calculate in quick manner. If you take time in this basic calculation, then you can't make solution easily and you can't attempt 80-100 marks paper. So we remember like this. Okay, if price currency amount convert into base currency, then divide. So two rules is there. If base currency amount is converted into price currency, then multiply. If price currency amount convert into base currency, then divide. Okay. Now First case is we have discussed conversion without bid or ask rate given. Suppose bid or ask rate given, then how we convert? Let's see. Suppose conversion with bid or ask rate given. First, whenever we convert the home currency amount into foreign currency amount into home currency, first in bid or ask rate given case, first we choose the rate, then apply the multiply or division. So first we choose the rate, then apply the multiply or division. But in this case, first case, directly we apply the multiplication or division, because here only one rate is given. But conversion with bid or ask rate, in that case bid or ask rate given, so first we choose the which rate we should, at what rate we should convert, then we apply the multiplication or division. You should remember like this. Okay, next we will discuss with example. I discuss example of conversion with bid or ask rate, how to convert the home currency into foreign currency with bid or ask rate given. Suppose example, rupee by dollar is equal to 50 or 70. Another one thing is, in practically bid or ask rate, the difference between bid or ask rate is not just like huge amount, it's some point decimals or max to max 1 points. Now here I take 50 to 70, that is 20 difference. This is called spread. So this 20 is not practically, only here for understanding purpose I should given. Okay, now this I come to discussion. Suppose whenever question given in bid or ask rate, then how I convert the home currency into foreign currency into home currency. Example 1, case 1. Suppose I have $500. What? I have $500. Here the quotation is rupee by dollar, which is base currency. Okay. Okay. Next, suppose rupee by dollar is given 50 or 70. 70 is the, for customer point of view, 70 is the buying rate. 50 is the selling rate. For customer point of view, we always do in customer point of view, because exam max questions customer point of view given. So we will discuss, so for exam purpose, and we discuss as a customer point of view, we remember as a customer point of view, so it will be easy to go with problems quickly. Okay, so now I have $500. I have to sell to bank. Suppose I have to sell to bank. Let's see. Here is the bank code. Suppose I want to buy dollar, because here it is given in base currency dollar. Buying rate is 70. Selling then 50. So here is I have $500. I want to sell. So I want to sell the dollar. So we will choose the rate is 50. So here 500, first I choose the rate. Okay. Next, what? Multiply or divide. Here the $500 is given in base currency. So I want to convert in rupees. So here I multiply $500 into 50 is equal to 25 rupees. So whenever question in given in bid or ask rate, two concept, two memorize technique is, first choose the rate, second calculation apply. So here I choose the rate, whether I will buy or sell. Dollar sell, so I choose the 50. Then whether convert the home currency into, convert the base currency into price currency or price currency into base currency. Here I convert the base currency into price currency. So that's why I multiply, because I already told you. Okay. Next, example 2. Suppose I want to buy $1,000. So how many rupees I will outflow? Here first choose the rate. Quotation is given rupee by dollar 50/70. So I suppose bank quote that amount I want to buy. Okay, for to go to bank, yeah, buying rate is 70, so I choose the 70. Okay, now the whether base currency is convert or price currency is convert. So here is base currency is given. Okay, base currency is given. So the one, so I will convert into multiplication. So 1000 into 70. So 70,000. Now example 3. Suppose I want to sell 35,000 rupees. I want to sell 35,000 rupees. And another thing is, suppose in the given case, whenever quote is like that, rupee by dollar, suppose 50/70, for dollar 70 is buying rate, for dollar 50 is selling rate. Here 70, whenever I want to buy dollar, I want to give the money 70. That means I sell the rupee in 70. Here whenever I sell the dollar, I get the rupee. So here the buying rate is buying rate for rupee. So it's an inverse relation. Let's come to in summary way. Suppose 70 is in the way quotation is given. So we think 70 is for buying the dollar, 70. For selling rupee is also 70. Same for selling the dollar is 50. For buying the dollar, for selling the dollar is 50. For buying the rupees is 50. Okay, so it's a exact inverse relationship. You should remember like that. Okay, now I will discuss in example. Suppose I want to sell 35,000. I want to sell 35,000 rupees. Here is what I want to sell 35,000 rupees. Okay, that means I want to buy dollar. So buying rate is what? 70. You should also like this calculate. First what you want to sell, that is rupees. Oh, rupee sell, that means buying that dollar. So I choose the dollar rate 70. Here is the important. The 35,000 rupees is in given in price currency. Now I should convert into base currency. So whenever I convert the price currency into base currency, we always divide. Okay, so 35,000 by 70 is equal to $500. I get, because I sell the 35,000 amount and I get the $500. Like this. Suppose I want to buy 5,000 rupees. Here what? I want to buy 5,000 rupees. I mean I want to buy 5,000 rupees. I want to sell dollar. I want to sell dollar. So that means here the selling dollar rate is 50. So we choose the rate 50. So now I convert the what? I have 5,000 rupees. I want to buy 5,000 rupees. That means 5,000 rupees price currency convert into base currency. That means always divide. So 5,000, I already choose the rate, that is 50. 500 divided by 50, that is 1,000. 1,000 is outflow. That means whenever I want to buy 5,000 rupees at given the rates, so I will get the outflow, that is $100. That means if I give $100 to bank, then bank will give to me 5,000 rupees. So in this way you should remember. So don't be confused. Keep repeat this thing. You will use whenever you use to, then it will not be confused. So this basic concept is main for doing questions. So build up this basic concept properly. Okay. Now I will give some common sense in practically at in the rate, how the rate is quoted. Suppose
Suppose bank is quoted the rate is 60.20 or 60.20 oblique 0.90. First, before doing this common sense topic, first I will tell you, always the bid rate is small, ask rate is greater, because in bid rate bank is buying, so bank want buying at cheap rate. Bank in ask rate bank is selling, that means ask rate is always bigger. Okay, so the bid rate ask rate difference is not so much in practically. So let's learn this topic. So what I tell you, bid ask rate is greater than bid rate. Here the question is given 68.20 or oblique 6.90. If you take the common sense, suppose I will suppose 68.20 0.90. So in near to, if I, so the bid or ask rate difference is not so much big like 1, 2, 3. So in decimal sometimes it may be 1 or 2. So we always think it is a small difference. So if question is given 68.20 oblique 0.90, then what we think? Now 68.20. Always ask rate is big, so 68.90. That is advanced rate, greater than bid rate. Suppose question given 68.30 oblique 0.10. If I rate 68.10, then ask rate is lower than bid rate. So I will take the amount that is bigger than. So here 68.30. Next number is 69.10. Okay. So this concept is this common sense you should know. Okay. Next, suppose dollar by pound is 1.3620 oblique 0.50 oblique 50 is given. Suppose. So what do we think? Suppose here 1.3620 given. So bid rate is 1.3620. Oblique 50 is given. So near to ask rate is near to greater than bid rate. So here what is 1.3620? So 50. So near to 1.3650. Okay. Suppose question given 1.3670 oblique 10. Here if I choose the 1.3670 oblique 1.3610, then ask rate will be lower than bid rate. That's why I will choose the next amount, next decimal greater than, okay, 1.3710. So here in this way you always, this common sense you should know, okay, because just if question is given one amount is properly and another only given decimal amount, then choose ask rate just bigger than, near to bigger than bid rate. So by mistakenly you should not do the ask rate lower than bid rate. Okay, so you should always think ask rate is greater than bid rate. So in that way that concept is arise, and that is a common sense, you should know it. Okay, let's now to next topic.
Tricky. Suppose rupee by dollar is given in bid or ask rate, in bid or ask rate, that is A by B. If you want to convert rupee by dollar in dollar by rupee, that is here is $1 in rupees, here is 1 rupee in terms of dollar. So here is what I do. Now rupee by dollar is a bid rate or ask rate. If you want to convert this rupee by dollar into dollar by rupee, that is inverse relation. So we ask rate, for calculating bid rate in dollar by rupee, we take the ask rate of dollar, that is 1 by B for bid rate, and for ask rate we take 1 by of A. That is inverse relationship and in cross way. Okay, So finally what is the outcome? If dollar by rupee, so 1 by a by 1 by b oblique 1 by a. You should remember, suppose in questions given rupee by dollar, if you want to convert dollar by or dollar oblique rupee, so what you do? Ask rate 1 by ask rate is equal to bid rate, and bid rate given originally and bid rate given you convert into ask rate, so 1 by a. Here you should, this should be, you should remember. Okay, next, welcome to cross rate. What is cross rate? Let's see, to understand through examples. Okay, suppose question given $1 is 1 pound is equal to $1.5. 1 pound is equal to $1.5. Okay, next, $1 is equal to 60 rupees. Here is what given between pound and dollar. Here what? Between dollar and rupees. Now question is asked, what is the amount rate between rupee and pound? So here what I do is, here let's see the common sense. 1 pound is equal to $1.5. Okay, now $1 is equal to 60 rupees. Okay, now what $1 equal to? Okay, so now here what I do is 60 rupees is equal to $1. So $1.5 is equal to what? So $1.5 is equal to, in rupee term, 1.5 into 60, that is 90 rupees. You simply multiplied. So I will tell you how. Let's see in another example. Okay, sorry friends, so for disturbance. Okay, situation 1 I will tell you in properly understand way. Rupee by dollar is equal to 70 given. Okay, dollar by pound is equal to 1.5 given. So how I calculate rupee by pound? I will tell you. In school maths, you know, suppose if a by b is given and into b by a, so b by c, if something is given like that, you will cut it and you take the value as a by c. So same concept is here applied. You don't see the amount. First symbol you should understand in symbolic way. Okay, here is what given? Rupee by dollar. Okay, next here what given? Dollar by pound. Okay, now I want rupee by pound. If you apply in school maths common sense. Okay, here what is given? Rupee by dollar, dollar by pound. If here dollar is common, dollar is common. If I multiply, then dollar common dollar will be cut. Then what will come? Rupee oblique pound. So if here it multiply, then same the amount also multiply. So here what? Let's see, rupee by dollar into dollar by pound. So dollar cut, so rupee by pound, the amount is, the quote is come. So in same way, in amount terms we also multiply 70 into 1.5 is equal to 105. You should apply the maths concept. I don't want to teach the 10th class maths. I will tell you just in this way we will calculate. So keep understand yourself. If you are weak in maths, so I can't help you. But rupee by dollar is equal to 80. Rupee by pound is equal to 90. I want to calculate the quote of dollar by pound. Above in what is common? Rupee is common. So if I do multiply, then it will not happen. So I will do divide. So rupee by dollar divided by rupee by pound. Okay. Then how I will cut rupee by dollar? What is in denominator? If I move in multiply, then it will reverse. So dollar by rupee. Okay. Rupee will cut. So what will here comes? Pound by dollar. But what I require is dollar by pound. Okay. So here I want it. How I will calculate? So I take the amount rupee by dollar is above, then I will take the rupee by pound is in denominator. Okay, now I want the reverse. Okay, then what will come? You see it. Okay, so rupee by dollar, rupee by pound divided by rupee by dollar. Okay, then rupee by pound into dollar by rupee. Rupee cut, then comes what? Dollar by pound. Okay, now finally what is summary? If suppose in the way a summary way I will take, here is rupee by dollar is given, here rupee by pound is given. Okay, I want dollar by pound. Okay, now I will what? Rupee, if in this case I will directly cut rupee both common rupee, then what happened? Here is 1 by dollar, here is 1 by pound. That is a inverse of what? Pound by dollar. Okay, if I take this amount is in numerator and this amount is denominator, it will come pound by dollar. If I take this amount in numerator and this amount in denominator, it will come dollar by pound because it is inverse. Okay, you should check it, but you should remember it how if I given this amount rupee by dollar, okay, rupee by pound, I will cut the common, so it comes 1 by dollar, 1 by pound. So it is what? Dollar by pound. I require dollar by pound, but I come what? It comes 1 by dollar or 1 by pound. That is inversely, it is called pound by dollar. So I shouldn't take 80 in numerator, so I will take 90 in numerator, so it will come dollar by pound. Okay, you will calculate in like this through, you will get it, and common sensely in exam I will directly you should apply directly, that is rupee common cut. If 1 by dollar is given, inversely we will take 90 in upper. Okay, in situation 3, suppose dollar by rupee is given 1.5. okay, rupee by pound is given 80, and I will want to calculate dollar by rupee. Okay, here what is given is dollar by pound. Okay, you understand, given rupee by pound. Okay, what is common? Pound is common. If I divide the pound, if I cut the pound, how I will do? I want to divide dollar by pound divided rupee by pound. If I cut the pound, then it what come? Dollar by rupee. That is dollar by 1 by rupee by 1. Whatever if denominator is 1, then whatever in numerator, that is same. That is like, if suppose 1 by 1 is equal to 1 by 4 by 1 is equal to 4, like that. Dollar by 1 is equal to dollar, rupee by 1 is equal to rupee. Okay, it's simply calculate. That the toughest is in situation 2, because here 1 by dollar and 1 by pound came, that's why we take the inverse. So you will repeat the video and you can understand this, and you apply common sensely, and in exam we should do in fast way. That's why if I come, whenever in question in come divide in 1 by dollar and 1 by pound, then you take the amount in opposite way. Suppose what? Here I given 1 by dollar, it came 1 by pound.
So I will take the amount 19 in numerator, 18 denominator. It will comes dollar by pound. It is this calculation he is given here. You should check it. And symbol of some common currency. Dollar is equal to dollar symbol, pound symbol, rupee symbol, euro symbol, yen symbol. Ranking of currency. Pound, dollar or euro, sometimes dollar is upper, sometimes euro is upper, so both are near to equal. Then comes to rupee, then comes to yen. So in exam sometimes you should remember the symbol and you should remember the ranking order. It will helpful in I will tell you where it will helpful. Okay, let's come to next topic. Cross rate. In previous we discussed cross rate without bid or ask rate. Only direct rate, only single rate is given, we calculated. And now if cross rate with bid or ask rate, how we calculate? Suppose A by B is given, rate, bid rate, we should it is for memorize purpose. How we should learn in easy manner, I will tell you. Okay, A by B, suppose A by B in first quote bid rate is 1 we called, and ask rate is called 2. Okay, next is B by C, we will take this bid rate is 3 and ask rate is 4. Suppose if A by B is given and quote is like that, B by C is given 3 or 4, that is 1 or 2 for understanding purpose quickly. Okay, so I want A by C. Okay, so if in this code what you observe is B is common currency. Okay, suppose if B I divide, if B is given, if I multiply, then B will automatically cut. So what I do in bid or ask rate in for calculating A by C is, here is multiply, then I should also multiply 1 by 3, 2 by 4. So what is come here is 1 by 3 bid rate for A by C, ask rate 2 by 4 is equal to ask rate for A by C. You should remember. Okay, this only I will not take any examples, only this for overview, for concept knowledge. Okay, next example, next calculation for understanding. Okay, suppose A by B is given 1 or 2, C by B is given 3 or 4. Now I calculate is 1 by 4. Okay, here is what, let's see, A by B is given, C by B is given. Here common currency is what? B. So if I divide B, if I divide, it will not be multiplication, it will divide. So if I divide what? A by B by C by B. So what? A by B into B by C, B cut. So A by C come. Whenever in bid or ask rate, if we will divide in for calculating cross rate, so for calculating amount, how we will divide is 1 divided by 4, 2 divided by 3. Okay, for a bid rate is 1 divided 4, for ask rate 2 divided by 3. For understanding and memorize purpose, I will tell you because of region. Okay, here what I would require, we know for calculating for the purpose of A by C, we should divide the amount. Okay, generally bid rate is smaller, ask rate is bigger. Okay, so for the purpose here I want small rate, so how will I come? Take the small amount divided by big amount. So I will came small amount. Same here, ask rate. How? Ask rate I will require big amount because a big rate, ask rate is greater than big rate. So how? That is big amount divided by small amount, that is bid rate. So 2 by 3. The reason is if I divide bigger amount divided by smaller amount, the outcome will be bigger. If I smaller amount divided by bigger amount, then outcome will be smaller. So in that way this formula is come, and you should remember for exam purpose. Okay, if you in your home and you will take 2-3 examples and practice, then it will habitual, then it will not be problem. So in this way you remember. Okay, next, b by a is equal to 1/2, b by c is equal to 3/4. I required a by c. Okay, here what, b by a is given. Okay, b by c is given. Okay, if I cut b by b, so what is come? 1 by a, 1 by c. I already told you 1 by a, 1 by c. Whenever in numerator 1 comes, it will, if we take the exact amount, if suppose like b by exact amount in this way, then it will come reverse. That is, if I will in same way, if we will do like this, then it will come out what? C by a, because here is 1 by a, 1 by c, that is indirectly comes to c by a. So for the purpose of a by c, how we will calculate is 3. So smaller amount, in here we come from top to down. In inverse relation, we will down to top, we will go down to top. Okay, so how? So 3 by divided by 2, that is small amount divided by bigger amount, the outcome will be small. So in down to up, what? 4 divided by 1, bigger, because here is bigger amount divided by smaller amount, the outcome will be bigger, because always ask rate is bigger and bid rate is smaller. That's why the whole calculation, and again I will repeat in summarized way. Okay, if a by b, b by c is given, for the purpose of a by c, we will common currency. If I multiply, common currency will be cut. Then how? We'll do 1 into 3, bid into bid multiply, ask into ask multiply. There is no confusion in multiply case. Okay, now here comes two important. Okay, when in divide case, what will happen? In divide case, top to down approach. It's, remember, top to down approach. Okay, in divide case, what? If a by b given, c by b given, we want a by c. It is a proper. If I divide b, then it will come directly a by c. No inverse comes. Okay. So what I divide in? I will already tell you in divide case, in beta straight, it will go top and down approach. So what? 1 divided by 4, because here small amount divided by bigger amount, because it comes to small amount, it should come smaller, it should come bigger. So in bigger, what? Top to down approach 2 by 3. Here it is what? B by a, b by c. Here a by c. Here what? Inverse came, that is 1 by a, 1 by c. If I do the same technique here, so it will come c by a come. So if I want a by c, so I will go down to up. So how? So down to up, 3 by 2. 3 is smaller, 2 is bigger, so it came small. 4 by 1, it came big. Okay, so to understand this and to memorize it, whatever you will do, but in exam we will quickly calculate the amount. First question, understand the question and calculate the amount. So basic calculation is important. Okay, this is the process. There is no, I will provide the reason also why this is divided, because of smaller and bigger, and in inverse case it want also smaller big. Okay, you should memorize like this. Okay, another common sense is, if a by b is given x, b by a is equal to 1 by x. Okay, exact inverse relationship. If rupee by dealer is A by B, dollar by rupee is not 1 by A, 1 by B. It is inverse. 1 by B, 1 by A. Okay, you should remember like this. Okay, now basic concept is